Even if you could distribute the panels to a surface as such, you may still depend on Grasshopper. And in this video, I'll show you how you can take that step further by creating your user interface. So the problem, let me go back to the problem. Why user interface matters after Grasshopper as well. So Grasshopper, again, can generate facade systems fast. Exploring them through the full definition is slower. Even if you create the editable panels, they can still feel hard to test early. The issue, hold on, I forgot one thing with this real quick. So let me start with the problem. Grasshopper can generate facade systems fast. Exploring them through the full definition is slower at the other end. Even editable panels can feel hard to test early. The issue is not editing later. The issue is also exploring before things are fixed. So what do I do instead in these cases? I keep the logic in Grasshopper. I move main controls into a clearer interface, and I use human UI for faster explorations. This lets me skip Grasshopper during review. The script stays in the background, and it helps others to use what I created as my system. If you go back to my initial system, when I click on this, this is the definition that I created. By the way, you can access this definition by joining my free community with the link in description. And what it does, it basically creates the panels. First, let me select the point, because if you remember, you have to select the point first for the panel. So click on select point. It gives me select point. I select the point. I accept or approve my selection. Panel is off. Now panel is on. But you see, this is my panel. I can still change the panel height, panel width, panel thickness, window differences. I can increase, decrease the window size. It can be from left, right, like recesses and so on and so forth. We can include shaded properties. You see, when I add this, I now have the louvers. Louver width, louver thickness, all those kind of things. And if I say louver width, you see, I have wider louvers, yeah. So I can make adjustments on the spacing as well. And then, though, when I click on select surface, it will ask me to select the surface. I say okay to this, and the facade is off. If I say facade is on, what I started to see, I started to get all the panels that I've created here is kind of transferred to this green surface. And my Grasshopper definition comes front. This is the panels again. And if I go to my layers, I started to see I get my layers in skin one layer. That is the name. And we can still see these panels are happening inside of what we are doing. So this is basically what I've created, okay? And in the meantime, I can see the 3D view of what I have here alongside with the panel that I have created. See that panel yet? Maybe I should move this point to 0. And yes, here we go. Now I started to see the panel that I have. And this is the panel visualization. And this is how I see it in my facade system. And all these colors are generating or showing you how the louvers can be having different kind of layers on top of it. The same colors will make it really difficult to be read as well. And if you are serious about learning Grasshopper, I do have 4 spots to work with me one-on-one. If you're curious, follow the link in description, book a call with me so that we can sit down and I can talk to you about how we can elevate your careers. What the interface controls is the panel depth, glazing settings, lower settings, and panel variation. But the main idea is editable panels are really useful. Easy exploration is also important within Grasshopper and by using another user interface. Human UI helps with that, and you can skip Grasshopper during exploration as well, and the workflow becomes easier to use. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.